brought us to the Monday night game, and we'll try to run through this one quickly because there's not a lot to talk about until we get to the second half. But so let's just look at the drives real quick. I mean, the Seahawks just could not put anything together. It was raining, it was pouring. The old man, he was also snoring, and that's really what affected the Seahawks. I mean, we're talking about an 8-play drive that ends in a punt. When 8-play, 43 yards, what the heck? And you punt? We're really not used to seeing that by Seattle. We're seeing long drives that ends in at least field goals, but then we get a 5 and out, a 3 and out. I mean, they really only had 3 possessions here in the first half. You can't even count this last one, the 2 plays for 10 seconds. You can't count that. So just long drives by the Vikings. Look at this 6-minute drive, 10-minute drive. So they were eating the ball, and that's how you beat these kind of high-powered offense teams. The Kansas City with Patrick Mahomes, Baltimore with Lamar Jackson, Seattle with Russell Wilson. You keep them off the field, and the Vikings did that in the first half. I give this team credit. What a great game plan. Drive the ball down the field, rush the ball, nothing big, nothing over the top, just methodically eating up the clock. They held the ball. They held it big. 16 minutes, that's an entire quarter. They held the ball 50% of the time. And then, Seattle, the 5-minute drive that ends in no points, that hurts you as well because you're taking time off the clock. So now we're talking about 10 minutes. 10 minutes where the Vikings and the Seahawks really kind of split the ball in the second quarter, but nobody could do anything with it. Vikings get a field goal to end basically the first half, but then the Seahawks start to wake up and they go and score 3 touchdowns. They're forcing turnovers. The bend but don't break of the Seattle defense, what I love so much about it. They were getting beat in the first half. They come back and they're forcing turnovers. Fumble leads to touchdown. Interception leads to touchdown. Now they're in the game. They've got the lead 21-13. Kirk Cousins, he goes on a drive to kind of make the game a little bit more manageable, but they don't get the 2-point conversion. Unfortunate. But then the Seahawks struggle again. 7-play, 35 drive that once again ends in a punt, and Kirk Cousins go and leads them to a 26-21 lead now with the touchdown. But then Russell Wilson throws an interception, and we haven't seen a lot from him, but that's truly unfortunate. But the defense comes back, and look at this turnover on downs. The Mike Zimmer has a chance to win the game. 4th and 1 out of the 2-minute warning on Seattle's 6-yard line. The 3-point makes it an 8-point game. So now Seattle would have to go down and drive for a touchdown and get the 2-point conversion. But Mike Zimmer says we're going to win now. And I agree with the call. I mean, yeah, you can kick it, make it an 8-point game, make it even harder, or you can go and end the fucking game right now. You can get to your offensive line, your running back, your quarterback, like, hey, we can end the game right now. We're going to end the game right now. Go end the game right now. But then they don't end the game right now, and then you leave Russell Wilson 2 minutes, and he goes on a 94-yard methodical drive, and he's the best quarterback in the league, and he's going to the best receiver in the league, DK Metcalf, and he goes to him in the red zone, and he goes to them on this 39-yard pass on this drive. Let's look at this, folks. This is Russell Wilson to DK Metcalf for huge yards. A minute left. Look at him just go on a 4th and 10. They say, fuck the first down. We're going for the touchdown on this one. 4th and 10, Russell Wilson, DK Metcalf. Do you want a better duo? Quarterback to wide receiver duo with on 4th and 10, game on the line? I don't think you do. What a play by those two, and they're not done yet, folks. They are not done yet. Then we get the touchdown drive. Let me pull this up. Then we get the touchdown pass to DK Metcalf once again on 4th and goal. Another 4th down clutch conversion by Russell Wilson and DK Metcalf, folks. I know what I'm talking about here. We've been calling it all season. Russell Wilson, one of the top 2 quarterbacks in the league. DK Metcalf, one of the top receivers in the league. He is the second, or I would put him as number 1, Tyreek Hill at number 2. Here it is, 4th and goal. Russell Wilson from the 6-yard line. They're down 5. It's do or die time. And what does he do all the time? He usually does in do or die situations. Goes to DK Metcalf once again, and that's game time, baby. They go for the 2-point conversion. They don't get it. Didn't really matter if they did. There was only 15 seconds left on the clock. There's no way the Vikings are going to get down into field goal position. But this choice comes back and bites Mike Zimmer in the butt, and that's why everybody's kind of second guessing that decision because they don't get the 2-point conversion. The Seahawks would have needed that if the Vikings went for that field goal instead of going for it on 4th and 1. But I respect the call. You have a chance to win the game. You go and you take the chance to win the game. I don't care whenever it is. So stop criticizing Mike Zimmer. It's a great call. It's a 50-50 call, and you can't argue either really way against it. He went with it. It's unfortunate didn't go his way, but that's what happens on 50-50 calls. They're 50-50 calls for a reason. You're gonna win some, you're gonna lose some, you're gonna break even in the end. But well done to Russell Wilson. Their first or not even the first. I mean, the Seahawks, they know adversity, they know overcoming, and they've done it this game. This is kind of like why we liked the Chiefs, because they had that early struggle against the Chargers that they come back and win it in overtime. Here we go, really not getting anything. They scored no points in the first half, folks. They were getting shut out, but they come back, they game plan. Pete Carroll's a fantastic head coach, gets the team ready, and this offense is as best as there is in the league, and you can never count them out. I saw a lot of people on Twitter counting at halftime being like, oh, Seattle's so trash. I'm just like, you got to wait, folks. You got to wait, because it's going to happen. It's going to happen. So